Coming up, we meet a Taiwanese wife who tirelessly takes care of her husband with brain trauma. And in China, Zhang 3 senior citizens take on the recycling mission to live life with color. Welcome to DaAi Headlines. I'm Mary Lee-Shioda. Thank you for joining us. We begin today's program in Taiwan. Tzu Chi volunteer Zhang Xiujin has long cared for her husband, who has early onset dementia and Parkinson's due to brain trauma from car accidents. We find out how Zhang handles the dual responsibilities of taking care of her husband and a recycling station. My husband got into 2 car accidents which injured his brain, so his brain has early onset deterioration. He has dementia and Parkinson's. One time his temper was pretty bad. Originally, that was a glass door, and he got so mad he hit the glass door and it shattered. A shard of glass was then embedded in his forearm. It bled out. It scared me. Thankfully, one of our neighbors is a nurse because I was scared to remove it. She removed it and the blood squirted out. It's thankful no major artery was harmed. We then went to the hospital and it was there that I saw my shoes were different. In my haste, I wore one of my shoes and the other was the children's shoe. I was so nervous and scared. I don't harbor any resentment in this marriage. It's like the master says, it's your life, live how you want to live. If there is joy in your heart, pain and suffering is lessened. Her words help awaken me, as when this first happened to my husband, I couldn't accept it. Like this one, look at how good condition the bag is. So if we save it, it can be reused. So this task is pretty respectful. It's doing good for the planet. Let me take a look to see how he is at home. He's sitting there safely on his own. Oh, he's up and moving his walker. He's being safe, it's fine. Sometimes it may seem like we're being hard on him by leaving him on his own. But in a way, it's helping him not to deteriorate so quickly. It's good to give him some space to be independent. Actually, when I go home, he's fine, still in the same position, sitting there. If I'm worried and just stay at home with him, I'll just get old and my time is wasted. Then that's no good either. Next, in the Philippines, a family of 4 from Bohol Island faces hardship as the man of the house suffers from tumor of the spine. Therefore, his partner has to shoulder the financial responsibilities. After finding out about their situation, Tzu Chi volunteers have helped the man undergo surgery for his ailment. Now, as he is recovering from surgery, he vows to join the ranks of volunteers.
The 3 square meter space is the home for this family of 4.
My illness is a big trouble. The pain is hard to bear and I could hardly walk. There's no way I could find work.
32-year-old Arneo has spinal tumor. Fortunately, his other half has stayed by his side.
After he fell ill, I have to shoulder the financial responsibilities.
Jovelyn has been working 2 jobs. Despite that, she still cannot afford large medical bills.
At the eatery where I work, a customer told me that we can seek help from Tzu Chi.
After an assessment, Tzu Chi volunteers helped Arneo undergo the necessary surgery. Arneo has been recovering well as he can walk, care for the children, and do household chores now.
I am grateful for Tzu Chi volunteers' help, which allowed him to undergo surgery.
The couple has also decided to join the ranks of volunteers, paying the love forward and bring hope to more people out there.
Staying in the Philippines, Tzu Chi volunteers went to Mindanao to deliver rice and goods to help those affected by the internal conflicts on the island, and also promised to build 400 prefabricated houses. Recently, with the help from a local organization, 24 volunteers went to Manila to learn how to build these homes.
After 2 years of civil war, Malawi in Mindanao was in ruins. In February 2018, Tzu Chi volunteers went there to deliver rice and also promised that they will provide 400 simple houses for those without home. In August, 24 professional volunteers flew from Malawi to Manila to learn how to build prefabricated houses. But before they can build, they must learn how to take it apart.
Sila rin yung mga nakatapos ng...
We chose them because they have received formal training. They have graduated with carpentry skills and have passed the national exams. They will also learn some other skills from this training.
Bigay ng training.
These volunteers have some professional skills. After they took the house apart, they learned the building materials. Then it was not difficult to put everything together. They had estimated they would need a month to learn everything. But in just 3 days, they have learned how to assemble the house by themselves. And they build faster each time they try.
Tapos sabi daw nila na
At first, we didn't believe we could build a house in 3 to 5 hours. But when we built it, we completed one in less than 5 hours.
umabot din sa amin ng 5 hours.
With them as the seed volunteers, they will be able to help local people rebuild houses after the building materials arrive, and the affected people will live stable lives again.
In Taiwan, after Typhoon Morakot, Kaohsiung Tzu Chi volunteers safeguarded the villagers at Shanling DaAi village by tutoring the children and being there for the adults. Let's take a look at this continuous love.
We know the children have been through so much, so after coming here for 1 or 2 times, we have developed a good relationship with them.
Every Wednesday afternoon, Tzu Chi volunteer Lin Jinliang drives a carpool with other volunteers to visit Shanling DaAi village. In the past 10 years, no matter rain or shine, standing after school tutorial is held.
1、2、3，对不对？那下面就多的了。
Coming in contact with the children here, I've come to realize that they really need someone to be with them.
因为孩子是
Because children are our future and also the society's future, so Sanding kids are the future of the Sanding DaAi village.
Sometimes the volunteer teachers outnumber the students, and despite the low turnout rate at times, the teachers still take the tutoring seriously.
For instance, when it rains, the numbers are low. Sometimes when they aren't feeling up to it, or when they're having a good time, they'll come. The children can decide on their own, but I feel if one student comes, then one is one that we reached.
我们山林区本身就是一个比较
Sanding District is located in the more remote region and is a big disadvantage. With a tutoring class, it can 1. Strengthen their academics, and 2. It gives the children a quiet place to study after school.
呢，也能够有一个地方可以安静的读书。
Wu Wenzhen, who just got into the National Qishan Agricultural and Industrial Vocational Senior High, also came to be a volunteer tutor.
I first came up here in the 7th grade, then I began volunteering as a tutor in the 9th grade, helping with their homework and teaching them a few things.
早期那些孩子
The children we had in the beginning are now in high school or college now. They grew very close to us later on.
足親的安尼就對了。
We need to understand the children more and also know their family background.
脱鞋子吗？
Originally from Guangdong, China, 8 years ago, Lin Bilian married a man who was living in the Sanding DaAi village. Then suddenly her husband passed away and she was left taking care of everything. It was her involvement in the village's new immigrant class that ultimately helped her.
他们会
They listen to our problems in life. They listen to you without interrupting and help you dissect the problem. We gain a sense of peace after talking to them.
静下来啊。
Each week during the new immigrants class, the volunteers lend their listening shoulder to the women of the village. From children to the adults, Tzu Chi provides loving care to all those in need, in hopes education and companionship can help these families. In Changzhou, China, there is a Tzu Chi recycling station. The land it sits on is over 200 square meters and was lent to Tzu Chi by a company. Safeguarding the station are 3 elderly volunteers whose life changed after practicing environmental conservation. I gave them this nickname because in Changzhou, they are the only 3 volunteers who are over 60 years old, and they are very diligent in doing recycling. One common thing about the 3 of them is that they treat the recycling station as their home.
I've ruined one shopping cart by pulling it, so I have this one. The rope fell down, so I tied it up there. When I've stuffed recyclables inside, I put other recyclables on top.
像周丽萍事情，她就是说从环保方面。
Sister Zhou Liping said that she doesn't just do recycling at home. She buys groceries, and when she sees any recyclable on the street, she'll pick it up.
瓶罐罐一电，很喜欢环保的。如果我有时间。
I love doing recycling because I have free time and also because I can endure hard work. We don't know how long we can live, so I simply want to use the value of my life completely. I joined Tzu Chi because of doing good deeds. For our future generations, I feel I can do recycling. Since I can't do other work, I'll do recycling.
光是
She doesn't just do recycling at home. Her sister and her mother, who's in her 80s, also do recycling with her.
My mom keeps her recyclables here in her bedroom. Every space under her bed is stuffed with recyclables. If I don't do recycling for a day, I'll feel empty inside, as though there's something I haven't done. I'll come to the recycling station and look around. Even if I just come and do a little bit of work for a short while, it'll make me quite happy. I turn a piece of cloth into a reusable bag. I don't use plastic bags.
我买3个苹果啊，我们是尽量少用塑料袋吧。
我们最小的小宝菊英师姐呢，她会默默地
Our youngest treasure, Sister Zhu does recycling quietly. When I saw our sock covers and shoe bags being hung up there, I didn't know who had washed them. When I asked around, I realized it was her.
When you feel this is the right thing to do, you must persist with it.
In Malaysia, Hakim Sang wakes up at 4:30 a.m. to listen to Master Dinyan's teachings. After work, he heads to the recycling station to help, most days ending his day at 10 p.m. His vegetarian lifestyle helps to maintain his stamina while also helping the environment.
Hakim Sen, who is a Tzu Chi volunteer, wakes up to listen to Buddhist teaching at 4:30 a.m. every day. Hakim Sen not only listens to Buddhist teachings but also practices it. He practices Buddhist teachings at the recycling station.
When I watched The Essence of the Body-Mind, I did not think I would want to adopt a vegetarian diet. Later, I heard the master saying that everyone needs to embrace vegetarianism.
Hakim Sen has adopted a meatless diet for 10 years already. Even when he is on a business trip, he overcomes challenges of having vegetarian food.
When I work in Vietnam, a place which I'm not familiar with, it is quite difficult for me to have vegetarian food. But if you have the faith, you can do it. So we need to determine to adopt a meatless diet.
Insisting on going meatless can reduce the desire for different food, making the body and heart more comfortable.
I feel happy about embracing vegetarianism. It is because I can eat all the food without having leftovers. I feel very comfortable under this condition.
Busy working during the day, Hakim Sen is still energetic after work. In the evening, he will go to the recycling station to do recycling.
The original meaning of embracing vegetarianism is the same as doing recycling. If you intend to be environmentally friendly, you would reduce the damage to the nature, improving our living environment and surroundings. Hence, the intention of environmental protection and vegetarianism are quite similar.
Hakim Sen helps save the planet by going meatless, proving vegetarians can also have good physical strength.
Most people have the impression that vegetarians do not have enough energy. In Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, we meet construction supervisor Lam Theng Sung, who shares how a vegetarian diet not only helps his physical strength, but also his health.
Being a site supervisor, Lam Theng Sung often needs a lot of physical strength for his work.
In my mobile record, I walk more than 10,000 steps at least every day. If I don't need to go anywhere, I walk more than 7,000 steps.
Lam Theng Sung is also a Tzu Chi volunteer and has adopted a meatless diet for 5 years already.
Many people told me that vegetarians do not have enough energy. How do you lift something up if you go meat-free? You will pant if you run for a short while only. However, when I really went meat-free, I found everything was wrong.
Talking about the cost of vegetarianism, Lam Tansen was the construction supervisor of Zhang Xiujin in Kuala Lumpur in 2012. He rejected Tzu Chi volunteers who persuaded him to go meat-free.
When I worked there, I found it was very strange to have lunch for 2 ringgits. We were also required to obey regulations. They were Tzu Chi sisters and brothers to share their feelings on going meat-free every month.
Later, because of gout, he suffered a lot. The doctor suggested him to change his diet.
Being the administrator of a construction site, I needed to climb up and down. I felt that my body was in a poor condition. I often felt tired. My legs were painful too. I also felt dizzy, so I went to see a doctor. The doctor provided me with medication and injection. However, after I took the medicine for 2 weeks, the pain still existed. Vegetarianism is the best medication. Don't miss this opportunity to go meat-free. Otherwise, it will be too late to adopt a meatless diet when you get sick.
Experiencing the advantages of going meat-free, Lam Tansen doesn't forget to share his feelings with his friends.
He told us to adopt meat-free diet and don't kill animals. He explained to me that our body will become healthier if we go meat-free.
I will share with him some reports about the nutrition of vegetables and meat. What are the advantages of a meatless diet? It all depends on yourself.
Getting healthier after adopting meatless diet, Lam Tansen tries to build up affinity with others by encouraging them to embrace vegetarianism.
Hualien Tzu Chi Medical Center is training the second group of 3 community health promoters for the Eswatini Pregnant Women and Infants Health Improvement Program. During their training, the 3 members went to the houses in the community to visit patients in the company of nurses from the hospital.
12-year-old Anne is a little nervous when he sees many people at his house. When he was born, he suffered from lack of oxygen, so he developed cerebral palsy. He now needs a respirator to breathe. The nurses from the home care center come twice a month to help him.
The home care team will let them fully understand our complete procedure from accepting patients to providing complete care. If necessary, they can follow our procedure to help those who need help in the community.
Nurses in the Hualien Tzu Chi Medical Center brought the community care promoters from Eswatini to understand how children's care is carried out. Because Eswatini doesn't have a good health care system to support health care after the patients go home.
Apart from helping the family understand the condition that they are facing and explaining to them, actually taking them step by step on caring for the baby, not the technology part, because that is what can be difficult for us as a kingdom.
It is not feasible for hospitals to cooperate with the home care team in Eswatini, but they can still bring back the information and be the seed teachers who can train people in the future.
At the end of our program, we joined Tzu Chi volunteers in California of the United States as they host an aid distribution for low-income families of the Wilmington area. We will leave you with these images. Thank you for watching.